Hello and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream where we talk about smart home stuff, tech, all different things. I think today we should talk about Christmas and wish lists, like what is on your wish list for Christmas. And yeah, holiday stuff. Let's do that. But anyways, if you're new to the stream, this is where kind of a free for all, and it's always fun to see where these streams end up going. To the regular folks, thank you for coming back. This is the easy fun part of the content creator job. Just coming in here, no preparation, which I probably should prepare, but anyways. Now let's jump in the chat. Good morning from Texas. How's everybody? Hey John, welcome. Things are going good here. No video tomorrow. So had some changes with a video, so it's not coming out tomorrow. And yeah, so the rest of the weekend is just take care of stuff that needs done around the house that I've been putting off. Just now looking forward to the holidays. It's kind of that slow down at the end of the year. No push for me on trying to crank out a bunch of videos. So it's good here. Happy Saturday to you, Nick. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let me know what's everybody up to today. Bill Wilson, thank you, Bill, for being a channel member. Will Craig have a good rant? You never know. We're about to find out. I would call it a little mini rant during the member stream about sponsorships and how they work. And yeah, I feel like that got me a little ranty. But yeah, you never know. Someone just they just throw out the hook. They're like, yeah, Craig will bite on this one. Crank it in. Anyways, Devon, Christmas Day is only 15 days away. It's so weird. It's so weird that it's that close. It's weird this year that it's on Monday, I believe. So from a school standpoint, kids, usually our kids have like the week before Christmas and the week after. Now it's like finish school on Friday, Christmas on Monday, and there's your 2 weeks off. So it's kind of crazy. It's right around the corner. Not now, Dave. Hey, welcome, David. Hello, all. Hello, Craig. It's 48 Fahrenheit here in the UK. Man, that is cold. It's 57 right now, and that's chilly. Yeah, that's like jacket weather. That's yeah. I wanna share something with you guys. If you're ever looking for a lightweight jacket, I mean, this is the only jacket I wear, and I'm talking like 6 years straight. If you're ever looking for a jacket, the Patagonia Nanoleaf. Like I wore this when I lived in Nanoleaf. I wore this when I was in Massachusetts in freezing cold. Wow, they've gone up like $40. These right here, the Patagonia Nano Puff jackets. These things are so lightweight, it can be folded down into a pocket. It is lighter than fleece. It's the only jacket I wear, unless it's raining. I'll wear something that is waterproof versus resistant, but fleece is too heavy now, and this will keep me warm in 48 degrees while still being lightweight. So I'm going to share that with you. I make no money off of this, but it is my favorite jacket. I bought my wife a couple of them, and yeah, they're just amazing. So lightweight. So I'm a big believer in get the right tool for the job. If you go skiing, get some nice pants, get a nice jacket if you can. It changes the whole experience. You know, get something like that. You live in a cold environment. You don't have to wear the down jacket and then take it off in the store. You can wear something lightweight. Let's see. There's information you did not need to know. Good morning from Northeast Washington State. Hey, Wind Rider. Northeast. I'm trying to picture though. Northeast. Oh, Northeast. Okay. I don't know Northeast Washington. I guess I would only know the West Coast side in Seattle and stuff. So very cool. Welcome. And Curtis, hey, welcome, Curtis. Clinton, hello, Craig. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And Moran, hey, welcome. Hello, Craig. Merry Christmas to you and your lovely family. Thank you very much. And Classic, happy Hanukkah. Yeah, Hanukkah started, was it 3 days ago? 2 days ago? Yeah, happy Hanukkah to folks who are enjoying it now. I don't know when Hanukkah ends. My daughter was actually asking my wife, what would that be? I'm going to estimate the 16th or 17th. Just jumping it out. Okay. Not now, Dave. I sent you a little Christmas gift for you, Craig. It's on its way to you. Please look after it. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you, David. And I appreciate Andrea. And yeah, I don't know if you checked, if you saw the, I messaged you on Twitter too. I believe you should have a message from me there. I was going to share the collection that's going on. I saw your Star Wars collection, which is awesome. Mary, hey Mary, welcome from Ireland. Yeah, that Ireland is one of the countries I would still like to visit. I haven't been to Ireland. I did Scotland. Only 36 hours. But yeah, that's awesome. I see Ireland. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like to go to Ireland. Lars, good morning, afternoon. Rebuilding all my Apple Home automations now. As a Hue Homebridge plugin UI released Friday, trashed all installations. Oh, Lars, I am so sorry to hear that. It is never fun to redo the smart home, but it is a good time to decide what's actually really important in the smart home. I broke mine. I gave control of the home to my daughter and on accident and could never get it back. So starting over, it was kind of nice for the housekeeping side, but it sucks to go through everything. So I feel you on that one. Catherine, where's the tech talk? Lots of bull, no tech talk. Love it. What tech talk would you like? Like I said, this is a free-for-all. Lots of bull. Yeah, and this is actually, yeah, I'm surprised. We're kind of slow. You know what, Catherine? Everybody's tired of the bull. They're not even coming back now. So I love it. Thank you, Catherine, for being here. There's no tech. It's just a bunch of bull. I share what goes on here. You guys share some of the stuff that's going on with you and what you're working on. And then we kind of figure out where it goes. So, yeah, it's maybe I should just change it to the bunch of bull. So, I'm sorry. Lots of bull, no tech show. I actually like that one. Smart home. Yeah, we're going to change that. Lots of bull, no tech. So no, can I use that one, Catherine? That's actually, because I think it kind of sums it up nicely right now, because even now we're not talking about tech. So no way, what is on everybody's tech wish list now? For me, I'm actually in this tech satisfied world. Like there's nothing I really am wanting. I would love to have a second 27-inch display, but I can't justify buying another studio display. But yeah, that is South Bay Dad. No, don't retract that. That's perfect. I love that. That was a great name. I saw that pop up. Yeah, Craig's Bull. So anyways, yeah, the Craig's Bull Talk. Love it. That's perfect. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I've been feeling like it's satisfying in the tech space. In the smart home space, I don't know. I'm curious what we'll see in the spring if Apple's gonna step up. But from an Echo standpoint, like today, I was out in my garage and I saw a ad for the LG C3 TV. Just full on. Check out this. It's a good TV. And yeah, I was like, wow, I want to turn off on that. When it comes to the Echo Show 15, I was thinking about making a video on that because I want to get mine out of the kitchen because it's absolutely worthless other than ordering coffee when I need to reorder, and my wife watching TV on it. With the Fire TV interface in the morning. And that's really the only reason I'm using the Echo Show 15. So yeah, from a smart home standpoint, I did want to update you guys because it was running earlier. The Switch, do they have it on Amazon now? Because if you get it from Amazon, I get a little piece of the action. No, SwitchBot, mini robot vacuum. That's actually running right now. And here you go. I'm going to show you guys this. This is the SwitchBot mini robot vacuum that I did a video on. If you haven't checked out the video, which a lot of people didn't, it got crappy reviews, crappy views. But this robot vacuum, it has a self-emptying bin. It is a tiny robot vacuum, and it's $3.99. Ours is running right now. I think the worst thing about this is that I have a huge dog, and the roller on every vacuum I own gets clogged up with this fur. The thing is, this just has a little smaller roller, but when it goes, it does a great job. So a little update on that. This is still working very well, and I love the size of it. Let's see, seeing if I could actually share it with you guys. But if you haven't checked out the video, and actually let me bring that up. Cozy socks. I had to get some, well, I can't say who. But yeah, check out the video on this. I've really been happy with it. Just going to the channel. I'm gonna drop the video down for you guys if you want to check it out. Yeah, this is the news. Less than 4,000 views. Might have been too much bull tech talk in there. Bull. I do appreciate you, Catherine, and that was awesome. Let's drop this down in here. If you want to check out the video on the SwitchBot mini robot vacuum. Now, good morning. What did you think of your life's rant? I really hope he follows through on being more critical of these smart home companies. I think it's great. I didn't see his video. Actually, what I found is when I get done making videos and stuff, a lot of times I just run away from the smart home side of things. I've actually been watching a bunch of other types of channels. Yeah, I didn't see it, but I think it's great. I think it's great for him to do it. I think it kind of lends. I think it's like, I'm not sure the approach Brian's going to take on it. Because it's like, it's whether you, I don't know. Like, I don't think I could necessarily do it because I'm either buying stuff that I'm really into and I research it to death, or it's like, like, I don't know how, I'm curious to see how he goes about doing it. But yeah, it's being more critical. Love it. You know, I mean, it's just figuring out the way. Like, I find it's hard to be critical of companies because I either want it for myself and I would use it for myself, or I want nothing to do with it. So that's where it's like, oh, if I tried, Joe's smart plug, to go, Joe's smart plug sucks. I got this. I think it's a horrible product. Well, if they sent it to free for me to check out, then it's like, I'm not really interested in playing with it in the first place. So I am curious how he approaches it, but I love it. Be more critical. Push some of these companies more. I mean, yeah, it's, just figuring out the format that works. I mean, like, I chose not to use Wise anymore because I think they handled their stuff in a nonsense way. But since it wasn't a real security issue, I didn't feel like I wanted to beat them up for it. But yeah, so it's one of those things. So I'd love to see it. Now, Bill, 50 degrees Fahrenheit with a 45-degree wind chill. Yeah, that is, well, that's cool. 45. We're supposed to get up to some areas around us up to 60, 70 miles per hour wind, and it's the Santa Ana winds, and that's the big fire starter. Yeah, so it could be some wildfires going, which won't be good. Questions: don't Apple have HomeKit have a backup? To be honest, I had never used it at the time. I had not looked at it, and if someone could jump in with that, I was trying to. Yeah, I'm like, do they have a backup? Because I feel like there's no backup really with the Echoes and Lady A. I did this about 3 years ago before they did the big OS switchover, so I don't know. I don't know where they're at with that. But if someone could jump in, that would be awesome. Yeah, Craig's bull talk. I love it. It's more appropriate. I heard that Apple's going to have an event show in January. I was hearing February or March. I would be curious if in January, because January was when they released the MacBook Pro, the M3 Pro, or was it M3? Yeah, M3. I don't even know where we're at with these M's. Yeah, the M3. No, we're just the M3 Air and stuff. God, what are we at with Apple? See, I'm content with my tech world. I'm not even considering any upgrades right now. Mike, I don't remember if the new MacBook Pros have the M3 in them. Yeah, they have the M3 and M Max. So that came out, I think, in January. So there's a chance. No, that was the M2. Yeah, that was the M2. Yeah, could be. Everything I've seen is a possible Apple event in March, but like talk of HomePod release stuff and new iPads, and even a talk of a cheaper iPad, which that cheaper iPad paired with a dock could be their answer to a smart display. So that's I'm curious if what they would be bringing out in January that wouldn't upset the people that bought new MacBooks and all of that. Let's see, and Kenny, thank you, man, for being a channel member, and thank you for being here. Long time support, I appreciate you. Waiting on Amazon to release the Echo Hub. It was meant to be released later this year, which I think we are at now. Yeah. I'm curious how that is going to turn out. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, the Echo Hub is meant to be a smart home controller. The thing that the Echo Show 15 should have been. Let's see. Wow, why is it not even... Oh, there it is. Wow, I had to scroll way down to see that. Oh, that is not the camera. That is a scary one. This is the Echo Hub, which is going to give you touch control. It's going to give you access to cameras. I mean, it really is meant to be a smart home hub. It's meant to be everything the Echo Show 15 should have been. Instead, you'll have one more device to control. Yeah. So anyways, I am curious about this. Hopefully it is going to be fast enough to really have to use as a hub, as a smart home controller. But yeah, we'll have to see how that turns out. But yeah, it's not available yet. I am curious, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't just add some of these features to the Echo Show 15. Okay, good. One moment, please. I believe a vacuum may have gone overboard. Please hold. Let me just turn on this camera for a second. Okay, not that camera. Not that camera. Let me go see what happened. I'll be right back.
Oh, you opened the door. I had it closed. Somebody. I don't know where I heard you say something happened. Thank you. Can somebody close this door?
So, it is funny. The little mini robot went over into our garage. And then when I flipped it back over and you push the button, it's like, cleaning makes me happy. And it went off, so, oh, yeah. Let's see, I heard that, yeah, where are we at? South Bay Dad. I bought an Echo Show 15 during Black Friday, but ended up returning it. See, yeah, I got a tough time with that one, man. Got a tough time. Yeah. Mary, what do you think of the fine woven Apple straps? I think they are nonsense. I don't know how well the fine woven straps hold up, but the regular fine woven stuff, a lot of stores aren't carrying it because it is so bad. People are returning them, I guess, that they have such bad reviews that if you go to Target or something, or a lot of different stores that carry other Apple cases won't carry this fine woven. And here's the fine woven case. It feels like a suede, but yeah, this gets trashed. I understand wanting to get away from leather, but to do this is nonsense because their accessories are expensive. Sorry. The watch, though, I would really worry about getting a fine woven one. I think you're going to pay a lot for it, and you won't get something that's going to hold up as well as it should. Fine woven, like this right here. That is, what are we at? $99. For me, I'm a sports loop person because they just hold up well. And Apple actually made a nice, solid color one for a change, a close to real black one. So, and those I've used like the same sports loop for 2 years in a row, and it held very well. That would be my choice in it. But yeah, I would really be hesitant to buy one of the fine woven anything at this point. I don't understand why they didn't go with a vegan leather. Tesla, a ton of car companies have been doing vegan leather seats, and people sit on those. They beat them up. They use them a ton. That I don't know why Apple didn't do that with their phone cases. But yeah, I would not. I would be concerned that fine woven may last for a little while, and then you just get that one, and you go, that's $100 band. David, Ring Alarm or Ring Alarm Pro? Do you really need the extra features? And will the built-in Eero router interfere with my Deco Mesh? Yeah, don't get the Ring Alarm Pro. I actually got rid of the Ring Alarm Pro and bought the regular Ring Alarm because you can't. It was one of those things that it would just mess it. You couldn't turn. It didn't do well just acting like a alarm only. And then in order to use the on-device recording, it needed to be the primary router. So it was going to actually mess things up. Since you have the Deco system, I personally wouldn't pay for it. When you get Ring Alarm and you pay for service, you get cameras included. So the thing the local storage, I think your internet suffers to try to have local storage. So I personally I got rid of mine. I got rid of the Ring Alarm Pro, and then ended up I went to Costco and got a 14 piece or some weird. It was like a 12 piece. It was a kit that you can't buy from Ring. It was like a Costco package, but it was the best price that I saw. Hey, William, welcome. Thank you for being here. John, have you ever used Eufy vacuum cleaner? No, and that goes back to why, like, it's like personal preference on stuff. Like, I bought the Roomba, and the idea of getting the Eufy vacuum cleaner sounded, getting another robot vacuum cleaner sounds like a ton of work to do and expensive. So yeah, I tend not to get the vacuums because they're a pain to do a video on, and they're expensive. So yeah, that is one. Backup HomeKit to your iPad, iPhone, or old iPad. So what do you mean by that? Please elaborate on that. How does it serve as a backup? Because I'm curious. I'd like to know. Larry Thomas, I'm thinking of getting a refurbished 16-inch MacBook Pro, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive for Christmas. I don't need a new one because the old one is fast enough. 16-inch MacBook Pro, Intel or the M1? Because if it's Intel, I would say don't do it. Don't do it for an Intel chip. Right here, I'm streaming off the M1 Pro Max. It's just such a great machine. I see no reason to update. The M series chips are awesome, whether it's M1, M2, or M3. You can't go wrong. So I've seen this is so powerful that I would really kind of feel wasteful buying a new machine to replace this because it is so good. So yeah, let me know which one, Larry, because I'm curious. And if it's an M1 Pro, man, you are going to be set. on that. Bill Wilson, January seems like a bad time because lots of people's wallets are trying to recover from Christmas and prepare for tax time. Yeah, and that's what was weird about Apple announcing MacBook Pros. But I think what happened is those MacBook Pros were supposed to come out in September. They got pushed, so they did a January release, which put them behind. And then in September, they stepped on that stuff with the M3. So if you bought in January of last year, it's like that's the time people get irritated with Apple. But yeah, that doesn't make sense. Also, CES is going on. So there's a lot of companies putting out announcements on products then. So that could, yeah, but even Apple, they don't do it at the beginning of the year. Oh, just Google it for the backup question. Dude, what's this Google thing you speak of? No. Andrew, thanks, Curtis. Andrew, hey, hi all. Having problems with Lady A. It takes multiple attempts for her to respond unless the room is silent. Can you have too many in a small area? I have 2 sound bars and an echo in an area 3x3. You know what? I mean, if there's too many of them in there, it may not be a bad idea to turn it off so you got a couple that aren't listening. That's what or end up hitting the mute button on them. Because really, I know what well, I don't know necessarily. I understand what you're talking about. But I'll find that sometimes if we're watching TV, the Echo Show 8 that's by the TV doesn't respond, but then the one in the kitchen responds. So if they're in the same room, I would get rid of I would just disable the ones you don't want to hear from. Or you change it to another wake word and see what happens there. If you change one of them or 2 of them to Ziggy, and then you always just say, hey, Lady A, you're only going to get a response from that one, but you still get to take advantage of all the Echo features. Sorry, I looked ahead. Devon, get ready. Paw Patrol, the mighty movie, will come out on Tuesday. Are you getting a copy, Devon? Please, you got to get a copy. I have a new iPhone 15 Pro, and the difference in it than my iPhone 13 Pro. I welcome. What do you mean? 13 Pro to 15 Pro. That should be a nice little update for you, right? Because didn't that get you the dynamic? Oh yeah, because my daughter was she was bugging us like, oh, my friends got new phones for graduation. I'm like, yeah, your friends' dads don't know, or moms don't know that there's a new phone coming out in 2 months. I do. And one of the changes, the dynamic island. That was one of the additions that your 15 should have brought that. A couple of camera upgrades on it. Let me know. I'm curious. Is it a good update? I know for me, I get my new iPhone, I look at it, and then for about 6 minutes, and then you go, yep, it's an iPhone, and just go about the day. So let's see. William, what do you think of the NanoLeaf 4D for your TV? I'm thinking about getting it. What are your thoughts? I would say check out Shane Watley's video on it. His was the only one that I had seen, but from what I was seeing, and I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing. They're looking a little dim on the color side. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of changing colors throughout it.
I want to see if I can find something that I feel like I've seen. Yeah, here we go. Here's a little bit of it in action, and that
Magic Scenes is a really fun
I
feature
don't think.
Sorry,
I don't think he's putting it on low intensity. So I'm a little concerned that it's going to run dim, but I haven't tried it. And I've thought about buying it multiple times and haven't, because I just am not confident in the brightness of it. So I do need to check it out, but I would check out his video. I like Shane's stuff, but seeing it like even looking at the nano leaf stuff, maybe he has a dim down behind him. But nano leaf hasn't won me over with color yet. They have nice color out of them, see that? This right here, and maybe it's dimmed down, and that's where I'm on the fence and should try it out. But like some of this stuff I'm seeing here, it's not reading as bright as LED should. So, but it could be an intensity thing. So I would say I'll drop Shane's video down there. But that was the only one I've seen, and I'm with you. I've been on the fence on whether or not I should get some of them. Because right now I think they're even on sale. That's where I was thinking of getting them. Nano Leaf 4D. Amazon had some sales on them. Let's see. I would want them for. And if you look at the reviews, they're really mixed on them. Is this the cheapest kit? Here they are. They got a promo code. But yeah, up to 65 inches. Like price is way better than like Philip Hue or any of that. Yeah, I need to try them out. You know what? I should check them out because see how they're doing. But yeah, they just like you see. I could tell right here looking at them. They got warm white and cool white LEDs, but they really should double up on their colors like they do their white light. But here, I'll throw a link down there so I could get a little piece of the action if you guys decide to check them out. This is an affiliate link. If you use it, a couple percentage points go back to the channel at no additional cost to you. And Catherine, see, we eventually found tech. I'm sure you ran away, Catherine, for the lack of tech here, but we get to it. We find it eventually. So we eventually get there. Let's see, but let me know what you think of it too. I also am a lighting snob. For those of you that don't know, I spent 25 years doing entertainment lighting. About 12 of those years was a lighting designer. I've do corporate events from Samsung, Google, a lot of stuff that's been on video. I lit a plane, the first 787 delivered in Washington to ANA Airlines. So yeah, that's why I'm a little bit of a lighting snob. So that's where I hear people say how amazing Govee is, and it's like price and brightness with color. Lisa, hey, welcome, Lisa. I don't have an Apple Watch SE. I know you haven't had one for a while. There's some great deals on Amazon now. It's time to look at getting one. Has anyone seen the Disney's new movie Wish? No, I haven't. What's that one about? I'm out of the loop on the Disney ones. I do want to say, how many? I'll throw it out there. How many people are actually? How many people have live TV service still? Because my wife and I were talking about it, and I'm still one of those people that believes in live TV. I like to watch live TV for discovery of new shows that aren't given to me by an algorithm, where YouTube and all these other things recommend what they know you'll want. So I'm a big fan of live TV still, even in all these different streaming services. So let me know. I'm curious where you guys are at with that. Now, not the M1, not until I currently have a 2013 MacBook Pro as well as a Mac Mini M1 and an M2 iPad Pro. Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, the M1, man, that was the game changer. It just really getting away from Intel is huge. So I'm glad to hear that. Google Drive is having problems on saving the data. Yeah, I've been a little reluctant with Google Drive. I haven't ever committed to it. So that sucks. That sucks. It's not working. I'm a longtime Dropbox user. A lot of that was because professionally I needed Dropbox to work with clients and stuff. So I've never gone that deep into Google Drive. I'm sorry to hear that because that's not good, especially if you're relying on it. Palm Trio or BlackBerry. I love it, DG. Welcome. Good to see you here. Oh, definitely BlackBerry. Palm, they were trying. They're trying to keep it alive, but BlackBerry, they took it. So I've never owned a BlackBerry. I never saw that fitting into my world. Etienne, I'm so sorry. I need to get better sound for my TV. I was looking to a Bose soundbar, but now I'm wondering about 2 times HomePod Gen 2. I have 2 HomePod Minis, and they are so-so. Give me some advice, please. Well, one, I would say just because I need the views. No, what I would say is if you haven't checked it out, I do recommend, because I touch on the sound side of things in here, but I did do a comparison for them. Personally, I'm gonna choose the HomePod over a separate sound bar anytime, just because I like the sound. I know these virtual surround sounds out of the Bose sound bars and all that. They're nice, but I also think it's overrated. I know a lot of that stuff depends on sound bouncing around. In my living room where the TV is, for sound about the walls don't support that. So, and a lot of people's homes aren't really going to support that virtual surround sound and to really bounce it around where it needs to. So I think it's kind of it's a nice feature. The HomePods, you have that Dolby Atmos. You get the Bose saying you're going to have that Dolby Atmos. The biggest difference I would say, sound wise, is that a lot of sound bars have a separate sub, and that sub is going to give you that lower rumble that you're not going to find. You're not going to feel the bass in the same way out of HomePods. But saying that, I have 2 pair of HomePods in here. Love them. I love that they serve the purpose of being, they're paired with my Apple TV. They're my audio source for everything. They are, it actually puts the HomePods to use, so they're not just sitting there waiting to be requested. So these $300 speakers are getting used every day. When I want to listen to music, I start a song, I start a playlist here, and I just touch it to the HomePod and transfer it over. So all that integration and stuff, whatever sound that technically isn't there, they sound so good that I'm content. In our garage, I have a set of stereo pair because we turned that into a family room hangout space. So I would go with the HomePods. That's what I choose to do. It's either going to be the HomePods or a dedicated 5.1 surround sound. I'm either going to go full on surround sound or get the speakers that just integrate more. Because now I got my smart speaker, I got my sound bar, got something for music. And sound bars, I don't know how well they are for the music side of things. That's something to consider. Hopefully that helps. John, has anyone else had trouble with their iPad Air 5 battery going down faster after iOS 17? I think a lot of people had issues with that going down. One thing you could do, one thing to check is definitely make sure your software is updated. Another thing I like to do sometimes is to do that hard reset. On the iPhone, it's like push down, push up, long hold on the button, and then wait for the Apple sign to come up. It kind of clears out stuff. I would potentially try that. I would also look at, seeing if I would even try the beta, a public beta, to see if it works. If it's not a mission critical work device, Apple has public betas that you can do that you don't have to pay for. And with that stuff, you could try out some of the different beta software for free. They have like the public beta and then developer betas. So some of that, I know early on when people were having issues with iPads or iPhones, the beta version was doing it. But for some reason, iOS 17 has been a battery killer at different points. Let's see, 30 minutes and keeping up. There's a first time for everything. Yeah, I managed to get behind. We're 10 minutes behind again. No. You know what though? The one thing I've really tried to be committed to with these, and I apologize if I get long-winded on them. It's been important to me that these streams that we don't just fly through something, and if to talk enough through it and go. Get 2 home pods. Better bass, fuller sound. Next question. I feel like an a-hole with that answer. Brian. Hey, Brian. Welcome from Arizona. It's always good to have you back, man. I love seeing all you guys coming back each week. It's awesome. And saying hi to everybody. And Bill Wilson, 30 minutes keeping up. And there's a first time for everything. Yeah, another first. I have my Discord window open underneath my browser so I can actually see when you guys send some messages. Okay, and John, Shane got a new truck with CarPlay and he added to his home kit and makes his garage door opener and other things. Yeah, I really wish my car had CarPlay. Not enough to get a car that has CarPlay, but I do wish it had it. It would be nice to have the integration. My wife's car has CarPlay, and yeah, it's a great feature. It's just, it's so nice to just plug in and have your stuff pop up on the dash instead of like my car, the assistant sucks in it. And you're like, can I just integrate? Let's see, Siren Style, iPhone 6. Your mind is going to be blown when you decide to upgrade. I commend you for keeping the 6 and getting that much use out of it. That is good. The 6S, I think, was the last supported software update. So I think at some point you'll be able to... you're going to upgrade. It's like I think of how much the phone has changed since then. See, I use my action button and I have a menu set up so that it triggers a shortcut, so it gives me different menu options like to turn on, focus on and off, access apps quickly. Just the whole look, feel, all that stuff. You're in for a big upgrade when you make the change. Andrew, hearing you talk about MacBook Pro reminds me during the last live stream I was downloading my library to Apple Music. Yep, 120,000 tracks took just shy of 3 hours. I'll try renaming soundbars and echoes. Very cool. Wow. 120,000 tracks, just shy of 3 hours. That's insane. Wow. Not now, Dave. I can't get into my old Twitter account because it keeps asking me for a backup code, but I don't have one. Oh, man. Are you starting a new one? Yeah. That's annoying. And I haven't gone back on Instagram because I sent you a message there to message me on Twitter. So I did go back on Instagram, man. John, I still have live TV for games and live events and Sling. Yeah, I need it. Can't give it away. Curtis, also live TV with you. William, Craig, when it comes to live TV, I'm also on the fence. One of the things I found is that with Verizon Fios, they do have an app that you can download that brings you live TV. Yeah, see, I would totally download that. Because, live TV is kind of my default when I don't know what I want to watch. Like during the day, I'll throw it on, and I found so many great shows. One of the ones that... that I've watched on Travel Channel, Paranormal Caught on Camera. There's some freaky ghost crap in there. That stuff freaks me out. I don't know how people do it, but something like that I never discover without live TV. And I hook up the iPad to my TV without an Apple TV. Oh, nice. Are you using a converter or something? Oh, a HomePod. Wait. You connect your HomePod, to my TV without an Apple TV. How you got that going on? Curtis, I found out I can't live without my Apple Watch 7. Oh, what happened? What happened? Did it die on you? Let us know. No, Dave. I've contacted Twitter to help me with this, but still waiting for them to get back to me. I'm sure they'll be all over it. They especially with their new paid model. They're like, yeah, we'll get to you eventually. The HomePods Gen 2 was just not loud enough for me. I think they're great for a bedroom office, but not paired to an Apple TV in the living room. I sent the Sonos route and love it. Sonos, man, I hear so much good stuff about Sonos in there, and especially how you can expand it. And the Bose stuff, the Bose soundbar is really a great option. I think that's great DG to throw in there. That yeah, depending on what you're listening to, the space. My garage is 20 by 30. It fills that space up nice. For us, I mean, it's a box, so I don't know if that helps it. But then in my living room, I'm still 5.1 surround sound. Nothing's gonna beat actual speakers behind you. So yeah, and if you go with like Sonos, I think they have wireless rear speakers too. Bose does, I believe. So yeah, there's some great options in there too. So I appreciate that. John, I don't like streaming for the lag or delay in getting to the show. With cable, you just click and you're there. Yeah, and see, the scary thing, the sad thing or scary thing was I actually debated going back to cable, and I looked up what they had, and they are pushing for their digital streaming service, and it's slightly cheaper than Hulu Live, but then they add taxes and fees on top of that. So I actually did the rounds at looking at live TV streaming services. And for me, Hulu was the best option. Hulu Live and with their Disney Plus and ESPN bundled in there. But man, cable got expensive, where it was like, wow, I was blown away seeing cable was like a $59.99 a month or something. Yeah, not now, Dave. Every time I turn on my Samsung TV, the app bar keeps coming up at the bottom of the screen by default. Any ideas or a way to stop? Yes, there is a way to stop it. I have it turned off in my family room, but I haven't gone into the TV in the garage. But that bar comes up on the bottom where you can see the source and all that. Yeah, you can turn it off. I don't remember where the setting is, but it is there. Yeah. So, yeah, so that would be, it can be turned off. And I keep telling myself I need to turn it off, but that means I have to go grab the other remote and go find the menu. So it's easier to look past it. But yeah, in my living room, I killed it on the Samsung. I think, which one is that? That was the Q80 or something. And then we have a Q70. So I'm sure yours, it's part of the Samsung lineup. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. Yes, that's funny, Lord. Yeah, the cable. Yeah, we got the Discord going on too. Yeah, that's a tough part. That's a tough question. Like, I hate the cable model because you're penalized for being a customer for over a year. It's like, hey, we will take the rate up. You could come talk to our retention department for 45 minutes and we'll bring it back down, but never to where you actually had it when we brought you in as a customer. So where I look at the, yeah, that's, yeah, Lawrence, TV internet at home is 107. Yeah, for us, we're at, we're at with our internet, and we're at about 150 with it all. So, but yeah, I just found it was getting kind of silly price-wise for us, and just not liking the model. And that's where, like, I would hate the idea to go to streaming from Spectrum, because the only reason they're doing that is because everybody left them for streaming. It's like, I will not use ADT Alarm Company. Never. It's like they were a company that was more than happy to send people out to your house, wire it up, drill holes and everything, and lock you into a $2,400 contract. Then Ring came out and said, here's an alarm, here's wireless, or Simply Safe. And they broke it down. Then Ring did it, and everybody jumps on it. Now it's like, oh, ADT. Oh, we got our wireless. get out of here. You were never going to evolve unless you were forced to. So that's where I look at the cable company. I look at the phone companies, Verizon and AT&T. I'm like, you guys were never going to give certain features until T-Mobile made you. So that's my struggle to go back to the cable company. But yeah, the way the costs are now, it's all become so expensive that it just makes more sense almost to switch back to it. Yes, 49 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm not as bad off as usual. We have a slower stream this time, though, too. Not as many people. I think, Catherine, everybody's tired of the no tech talk. So, let's see. Ask Siri to restart your device. No buttons to push. Hey, Tom, welcome. Yeah, that is... I do like being able to trigger shortcuts from Siri. Like I have shortcuts written for the different TVs, so I can just trigger a shortcut and just say, hey, turn on Family Room TV, and it's just there, ready to go or whatever. I love shortcuts; they're fun. David, thank you for the heads up. Your Ring experience, it confirms my suspicions. After using Eufy 360 flood cam, I'm better off with separate motion sensor floodlights and cameras. No more all-in-ones. Yeah, I like the all-in-one nature because when I got mine, it's $20 a month for professional monitoring, my Ring video doorbell, and as many cameras as I want to add. Now at its current pricing, I think closer to 40, and then whether you want the different services, it could be it's just better off putting your own together. I would recommend Samsung SB65.0 Atmos if you're looking for soundbar. I have one for my TV, for a projector. Anyone who's heard them in person is impressed. I wouldn't doubt it, man. Samsung, they really make some great stuff. And the spatial audio is becoming pretty impressive. Just even the Echo Show 8, I was really surprised how well it was. Gosh, I'm butchering your name. Etienne? Weapon? I'm so sorry. No live TV for anymore. Moved from South Africa to Germany, and I don't have a clue what they're saying. So streaming rules for now. I love it. That's awesome. You're like, I don't know. Yeah. I did learn on my honeymoon and watching TV with the American subtitles on, and I learned there was a lot less words in Spanish. I'm like, wow, that word's used again, and that one's used. It's kind of funny to watch with subtitles. And include, David, any clue the difference between the regular hue dimmer switch and version 2? I don't know, David, because I never jumped into the hue switches. I felt like in a lot of areas, hues was just so expensive at the time, so I just got new. Some of the different brands. So yeah, I don't know about that. If anyone's used it, please let us know. My wife and I just got 2 new Apple Watch Ultras. The only thing that it's disappointing is the dimming feature doesn't seem to work. It darkens the screen when it's dark and you can't override it. Oh, the dimming feature, is that work? It darkens the screen when it's dark and you can't Oh, I'm trying to think of what. I mean, I'm used to just the blacking out anytime with it. That I'm like, what? I'm curious on that. Any chance at all? I'm wondering. Any chance theater mode got hit? Because there's the little smiley faces, and that's theater mode. Theater mode turns on silent and keeps the screen dark until you tap the screen or you press the digital crown. I'm wondering if that, or the other thing that changes mine is focus modes. So if the focus mode comes on and it's a nighttime focus mode, it then puts the phone into a mode that I now have to hold the crown. So I'm wondering if there is some mode activated, because that is so weird. I don't even know what you're talking about with the dimming, because the only dimming I know is it adjusting to the ambient light. Like it looked like it dimmed for a moment when mine, when I brought the, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious with that, but those are the two things I can think of. John, I have an antenna because I mount to record. I want to record programs and it's free. Yeah, with the digital antenna, that's now the case with it. Hey, I'm not even having to use the last call this time. This has been kind of a little mellow stream. And that's one of those things, like I don't advertise this stream, and I see some people that advertise their streams. I'm like, oh, they're getting more streams on, they're getting more people per stream. But then it's like, oh yeah, they mentioned that they stream every week on this time. And I've avoided mentioning it too much because it's just kind of fun being the size it's at. If these streams got too big because it was really pitched, I feel like it would go forever now. So that Curtis, love the Travel Channel for paranormal. Yeah, there's some creepy stuff, man. They get some creepy stuff caught on camera that I'm like, I would be freaked out. Some of these people going in and they're like, tell us, did something bad happen to you? And then it's like weird boxes translating. Oh, I'm like, I don't need any of that scrap stuff. I am convinced though, I don't want to be too loud because of my wife. I am convinced that every once in a while I feel her dead cat walk on the, some cat walk on the bed. I'm like, oh, I'm laying there, or whatever, sleeping. And then it's like, did one of the cats jump on the bed because of that little feet? Cats make where you feel that gentle, like on the, and then there's no cat. I think it's my wife's cat that I never really got along with. I think it's haunting me. That is, but that's where my wife's there. I don't need to mention her dead cat. But yeah, I've did multiple times. I've been like, oh, one of the cats jumped up and there's no cat. Freaks me out. Any experience with the Roku strip lights? If so, impressions. I want to put them on the back of my 77-inch OLED. I did not even know Roku was making strip lights. Personally, I'll look them up, and so I'm not talking out my butt. What are they? What is it? Roku light strip? Personally, it's one of those things that I don't have a lot of faith in, judging by their price. And it's one of those, like, are they getting into it because everybody else is? Where if you're looking for an assistant, to work with an assistant, I would definitely watch multiple videos on this. I haven't used them, but if I was going to get something worked with Lady A and Google, I want to check if these are RGB. Yeah, Roku voice. I don't use Roku voice. I'm trying to determine. Yeah, see that's my problem. I'm not seeing white LEDs. And without white LEDs, you're RGB. So RGB, you could go with someone who's trusted more, or a bigger name in the space for RGB lights that work with both Google and Amazon. And you could go with something like the Govee stuff, which is going to be brighter, and they have the matter version. You're also going to open up, if you're going to get into an ecosystem, you can have more fun with it and add some of these other type of lights and bars. So I think it opens up more stuff to try by going with something like Govee over a one-off product from Roku. And with me, I think Roku's getting into it because it's just another product line that they can make some money off of. And as opposed to Govee is a lighting company. You know, they make lights. So in all different forms. I just wish more of it worked with Apple's HomeKit. But that would be my answer. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to find. But yeah, I would, with such a nice TV, I feel like you might get more brightness, but I'd watch some videos. It's just so hard to say. I personally would rather go with, I like the nano leaf stuff because I know majority of the time it's going to be warm or cool white. The color's fun to play with, but how long are you really going to use it? And RGB is not a good way to mix white light at all. Now, Bill Wilson, I won a Carpy Ride unit for my card. Has a CarPlay. Has a lot of features wireless. CarPlay, Android Auto, oh, I love that. Front camera, backup camera, Bluetooth, lots of stuff. Nice, very cool. CarPlay, Android, actually I think I've used Android Auto. I was liking that. What I mean, can I use HomePod for TV speakers without an Apple TV? No, you're not. No, you can't. That is, yeah, you can't. It's similar to the Echoes. Like the Echoes, if you don't have one with the 3.5 millimeter plug, you can only pair it with the Fire TV. So it's closed ecosystem for that. Yeah, 48 minutes. I'm only 12 minutes behind, but we don't have a lot of things left. A lot of questions. Dish Network I had, and I called to stop, and they didn't care. I had it for 10 years. Yeah, they're like, get out of here. No, I saw someone complaining about PlayStation View. They're raising the prices, and I've only been a customer for 1 month, and then the price goes up. And it's like, yeah, okay. You came in a month before the price goes up. Guess what? I've been here for 5 years. Price goes up for me the same. It's a fixed price. And I'm good with that. I'm like, hey, cool. Yeah, calling a retention department to get your $20 off a month. Oh, it's like, knock it off. Oh, Craig, next year, Super Bowl 58 will be in Las Vegas, New York for February 11th. Wow, that's cool. That's cool that they're getting the Super Bowl. Crap, Vegas is, they're really becoming a sports town. That's cool. I didn't even know I haven't even followed along. Last time I was in Vegas, they were just building the arena. Or last time I saw that. William, when it comes to dimming feature of Apple Watch, there's a way to work about if you go through the accessibility aspect of the Apple Watch, there are a few ways to change it. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that, then maybe you'll find it in there. You'll find that, Larry. But yeah, that seems so weird. I've never noticed a dimming issue. The only times I see things dim are in theater mode where it comes up. But yeah, if there's a self-adjustment, as I know it, the thing's on like full auto. That's where I'm like, do we need to disconnect, reset it and add it back in and see if there was just a setting that got flipped or changed at some point? And I know you just got them. After the last iOS update, my Apple Watch keeps crashing while so Roku isn't. Oh, they're rebranding. Oh, okay. Lawrence was saying that they're rebranding Wise products for the Roku and selling it at Walmart. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's why they were showing up there. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear, Andrew, that it's crashing while charging. Again, that's one of those things that I throw this out because it's not that hard to do. You got to do a couple of setup things. But if something's giving you a problem like that, I would just remove it. I would remove it and then just add it back in and treat it like a new watch. Like take it back to its original settings and yeah, I would just take it back to its original settings. First, give it a software update and see. But sometimes these things just get bugs in them that you do a restart, and especially if you've had something for multiple versions, giving it that fresh cleaning is not a bad thing. Let's see, John, I wish I had a friend like you close to see me. You're great. Thank you. I appreciate it, John. Roku's using Wise products, and thank you for sharing that. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Chaz, hey, I feel like I haven't seen you here in a bit. Thank you. All the Roku smart products are Wise. They teamed up together for these. Okay. I'm on the fence with Wise, and the big reason is that with their version 1 cameras, actually one version of their cameras can't be updated, their other versions can. But basically, they had a bug that if you were at someone's house, you could get in like a back door. It was not really an issue, but they were. A group had presented this bug multiple times to Wise. This group that looks for issues, security issues, said, hey, you have a problem. You have a problem. And they waited multiple years, or a year at least, working with Wise to try to resolve the problem before they released the information to the public. Well, Wise had never updated it. I remember receiving some emails like, you may want to update to this security thing, this security update. They never said you should, you need to. They didn't really kind of let everyone know they were pushing the security update and saying our version 1s won't be able to use this update though. It was sketchy. They knew more about their problems and they kept it too quiet. So that's where I fell off of Wise. William Craig, I'm thinking about getting my wife a smart vacuum and mop that works both with Lady A and Apple HomeKit. Do you have any recommendations? She is sick of a traditional mop. It's a weird one right now. I would say wait a little bit. And the reason why is SwitchBot has a vacuum coming out. It's a Kickstarter campaign right now. It is one of the more affordable options. Let's see. Let's go SwitchBot S10 Kickstarter, just to show you. It's a more affordable robot vacuum option. Dang it, wrong one. The thing with this is that it hasn't been released yet. It's supposed to get a Matter update. And the big feature is this water station. So it can self-empty after each time you use it. It has a self-emptying bin, but it has a self-emptying water system. And I've never seen a vacuum that has that. So you can put it by a washing machine, a sink, and it takes incoming and outgoing water. So that is one of the friction points that I have with my Narwhal vacuum. I think if I were to buy one, I want to see how this progresses in March. I want to see how that progresses, but I also think Roborock. And this is something to think about, is that the Roborock, the one that I would get that's on par with that is what, the S7 Max Ultra. Actually, that's not a bad deal. Damn it, I gotta move that button. This actually has a good sale going on right now. The Roborock stuff has been solid. Shane Watley, he's covered their stuff too on his channel. And you could use it with Siri. I don't think there's actually HomeKit support. There may be, but this is well reviewed. But again, the problem with it is that, yeah, voice control, it uses Siri shortcuts still. And with this SwitchBot one, this also does Siri shortcuts. And its price is going to be $9.99, and I'm sure it'll have some sales too. But this comes out in March. What's interesting about this too is it can actually go over and refill their humidifier. Dehumidifier. So yeah, the humidifier, it can go fill itself up. The vacuum will fill up with water, drive over to the humidifier and empty that water inside it. So your humidifier is auto-filled for you. So that one, I want to see when it comes out, their final release product, but that changes things as long as it works well. But yeah, that S9 or the Roborock one's pretty awesome. And the 1 hour, 9 minutes, and we are wrapping up in a moment. Psychog, and thank you, Bill. Just buy a good stereo. Let's see. And Psychotic Shine. I recently got the AOTech Hub for Black Friday for $96, and I'm really enjoying it. I used to have everything connected to my Echo 4th Gen, but there wasn't a lot that I could do to connect to it. A lot that I could connect to it. Very cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of using like dedicated hubs. I feel like you're just going to get more out of it than you are using the internal Echo one. So if you do want to play more and have more choice, having a dedicated hub works out better. Ring employees just got caught watching people's cameras again. Ah, jeez. Again. That's the bad part. Yeah, I have an email from Ring. Oh God, let's see if I kept it. I think I did. From God, I don't know where it's at. I gotta find this Ring sent out Ring team. On June 16, 2023, we entered into a settlement with the Federal Trade Communication to resolve the FTC's allegations that more employees and contractors than necessary had access stored videos. Several years ago, a limited number of employees viewed customers' videos without their permission and without a business reason. These individuals are no longer employed by Ring. So that's one of those, yeah. Again, Mike Stoops, do you know any good outdoor lights that can handle high humidity and a lot of rain? I'll go back to Govee again. And it depends what you're working, what setup you're working in, or what Smart Assistant, and what your budget is. One of the ones that has been doing it, it's not right. One of the companies that's been doing it for a while is Philip Hue. I mean, they're meant to work outdoor, but you're going to pay premium for Philip Hue stuff. But this is all rated to be outdoor stuff in the rain, getting wet and all that. Now, getting into the space, depending on what you like, and some of their permanent lights are looking cool. Govee is getting in there, and they're making outdoor lights in all different forms. So here, I'm just going to put a link in here to this, because if you click on it and do any shopping after the fact, couple percentage points go back to the channel at no additional cost to you. But I feel like that those, from a smart standpoint, can really be one of your best options. They now have these permanent outdoor lights you can install into your eaves. So, there's a lot of different options coming out of Govee. Some of these string lights could be a good option for waterproof lighting. A big thing I would say with Govee is make sure you read up on them to see, because some of their stuff is only controlled via app. Like, I've never seen these before. Those are kind of interesting, but yeah, $149 for 4 outdoor lights, but it works with Lady A. You get things like their floodlights in there. So I think Govee's the most affordable option for you. Now, on that note, we are at the end of the stream. Oh, Chaz, so bummed that Nanoleaf Skylight didn't meet its quarter 4 projected release date. Was my most anticipated product this year. I am with you, Chaz. I was disappointed to see it hadn't come out either. Big reason why is, like, the sun comes in this shade here and it cooks the room. If I close it, it's too dark in the room. Then I feel like I'm in a cave all the time. I wanted the skylight so that I could put it in this room to just feel like there was more light in here. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, the Nanoleaf skylight is this thing here. And color mixing, I guess it's not showing everything. But this thing you could put it in white light, and Nanoleaf has great white light. So the idea of a nice, more comfortable, natural feeling light in here sounds good. Now, oh yeah, I almost forget, Devon, the movie Migration's coming out this Christmas. Migration, I don't know that one. That's interesting. But yeah, on that note, I am going to get out of here. It is not even 10:15. Yeah, we're definitely a slower stream today, but I like it. I like it. It's all good. And Catherine, I hope you stuck around and we were able to get you some tech in there. I do appreciate that. And we got to ease into it. Where is that? I got to look at it again. Catherine left us no. Gosh, where'd it go? Oh yeah. Wow, there is. Wow, where is the real tech talk? Lots of bull, no tech. I love it. Lots of bull, no tech. Smart home. Yeah, I gotta incorporate that into it. With lots of bull, minimal tech. Yeah, we'll figure that out. But thank you. And yes, and Bill, have a great weekend too. Thank you guys. And Bill, the official timekeeper of the Craig's Tech Talk channel. And it's like I look down, I see 1 hour, I glance at the time and go, okay, not too bad. And then adjust accordingly. So Bill really does help keep on track because I see 48 minutes. I'm like, okay, only 8 behind. So that's it. But yeah, everybody have a great weekend. I'll be back next weekend. No video this week. We had some technical issues with an item and there's no video now. So anyways, we'll see what happens next weekend. But thank you guys again. Have a great weekend and I will catch you next Saturday. Take care. Bye.